Hello, this is Josh Hunter. I sometimes have very positive reactions to certain things. In the previous installation of my YouTube processes, I had a kind of a theme going on. I'm not going to get into it because I'm waiting till like January 5th to determine if I should continue this theme. And because anyway, I would like to not necessarily. Sometimes I am a big fan of mathematics, the order of certain things, and I think it's important to understand the order. I used to be. I'm not actually very good at math. I mean, with the numbers, with regards to numbers, I'm not very good at math. I failed geometry, and so they kicked me into some other. Anyway, it was a very convoluted issue. But the type of thinking that I do involves some very abstract understandings. And you got to realize sometimes you do have concepts, which are like structures in your world. And if you come across a concept whose structure is like stronger or greater than your own, then that concept will just be like smashed. That's it. It's when two concepts or multiple concepts come up against each other or meet each other. There's got to be, well, which concept is stronger? And I use the word concepts and not truths because based on my understanding, I mean, there aren't any. See, this is why they recommend that you have like an active social life, or that you get out there and you just get yourself distracted with marriage and children, because you don't want to have too much time to think, and sometimes you really don't want to understand. You don't want to know. And I'm not saying that I do. Well, I mean, I understand some things, but I'm always doing this, so it's different. But sometimes, see, the reason why I'm saying this is because most of the time although I have been particularly paranoid since the year 1997, it was never in a fearful way. I was never like, oh, they're gonna get me. I was like, come get me, fuck it, I don't care. You think I'm out here for my health or something? But I've been noticing certain things, and I feel that's important that as you continue to progress and move forward, be cautious. I may not be the person that you want to follow. Not that there's anything particularly dangerous, but some concepts that you need to survive. And I try to be as safe as possible when I'm speaking and not say something that will just make you forget the things that you need to know so you can go to work and take care of your lives. I don't want to say something so that you can't come home after a day of hard work and not look your wife in the face or your children in the face, because sometimes it's kind of serious. Social structures are important, and there's nothing wrong with a social structure, passing by the wayside, but there's a right time for it. There's a proper time to do this type of things. So I will simplify what I'm trying to say. There's a movie called Johnny Mnemonic, I think, with Keanu Reeves, and basically in their illegal data trade, they store certain information in people's brains that they can only hold so much, so they have to get like these technological upgrades on their brain or whatever. But in his character in the film, he really needs like this work, but there's too much information, and so they say, okay, can you handle like however many like 120 gigs, or can you handle 320 gigs or something? And he's like, yeah, I can, but like he couldn't, it was, and there's something called like leakage, and I don't remember the specifics, but basically what I took from that was, because he took on a job that was too much, like he couldn't, but he got through it obviously because he's like the title character. So I'm hesitant to use this phrase because the theme, one aspect of the theme of my previous YouTube was this kind of me introducing terms and that I've made up and seeing if they catch on. Then I thought, man, if anybody actually says this, it's kind of like, it makes it cheap. I like my words to be rich. I like, if like a bunch of people are saying things that I said but they don't understand what it means, then it's not rich. See, to me anyway, when a thing is rich, it stays rich. It's not. I may be misusing the word rich, but anyway, I'll use this term, and if it doesn't work out, then I won't use it anymore. Anyway, I'm not gonna. Anyway, I just, if you're not interested in like watching my YouTube, and if you're not particularly like a fan, but for some reason you feel you have to, well, stop and think. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe there's something that's intelligent and logical explaining to you that this is not for amateurs. And because I do a lot of thinking. When you have no social life, and I wouldn't say that I'm a forgotten person, but I mean, I'm not on anyone's speed dial. Get it? Because speed dial, because my grandmother's maiden name is Speed. See, you knew that, right? Anyway, I feel like I'm just leaving messages for myself, my future self. That's all. See, what I'm doing right now at this particular juncture, I'm trying to prove whether or not reincarnation is real, but I'm trying to do it like within myself. And I'm going to try, if I get reincarnated, I want to make sure that I've made, because to me so far, like these 33 years have been like a total bust. It's just a bust, like nothing worked out, like nothing. Like I'm here, like I couldn't maintain like even a single relationship, association. Like I just, either I could actually very well be just like a very shitty person, and that's all right. I can live with that. Sometimes I have this dream, and like I think about all the things that have happened to me, and but I have this picture of myself, like not necessarily an old man. Let's say old man. Just like, reaching into my fridge, grabbing a beer, and like realizing like having like nothing or no one, but just be my fridge and a beer, and just thinking, hey, it wasn't so bad. And this, I think, if I can achieve this, I will have not too many. I will have done good. I will have done well. But. I am fully prepared to be reincarnated as, I mean, all my thinking, all of my ways and strategies or whatever are geared towards, a masculine incarnation. But my issue is I've not truly understood the feminine aspects. I mean, I am sometimes, more feminine, but not in a comprehending way. So I'm trying to make sure that, because when you get reincarnated, you don't know if you're gonna, I mean, if it's real, you don't know if you're gonna reincarnate here on Earth, if you're gonna reincarnate as a human being or a machine or a plant or something. You don't know. So I'm trying to cover every possible angle. So everything that I do is now, since this whole life so far is just a bust. Like I did all this work and nothing, but hey, that's fine. It's not an issue. I'm not upset. Really? See, look, I'm smiling. And, no. I mean, it's not like that creep. I mean, all right, yeah, I understand. I'm creepy, but you know, I'm creepy like in the way like a warning. Okay, it's like if I'm this creepy, and that means there's someone much creepier nearby. So it's just kind of keep you, you know. Anyway, I'm trying to make sure that if I get reincarnated as a woman in my next life, that I'm not like, because if no one is taking it, if no one's like helping me out now, I don't want to be born like as a woman and like just, you know, have things go even less as awesome as they have gone. So I'm leaving tracers in my behavior patterns, in my speech, so that only I, specifically personal to me, will recognize them. That way, you know, this is a version of Drake's song, that lyric, if I die, put the money in the grave. I haven't listened to all the lyrics, but my theory was that's because nowadays people don't do that. They don't put the money in the grave, they put the money somewhere else. But if you die, then all that money is gonna be around your body. And they just so, you know, if you put the money in your grave with you, then it'll stay there unless you get like grave robbers or something. But your wealth, if you get reincarnated, will be near your last, because there's probably like a chain of bodies, I'm assuming, that represents your entire I don't know, stream, or I don't know, your spiritual genealogy or something. I don't know. Anyway, I just don't know if my attitude is good enough for me to survive comfortably as a woman. And so I'm trying to figure out, you know, if I, you know, because being a dude, like, there's so many things that I don't have to worry about. But for example, you know, I don't. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna try and. So, because all right, basically to me, like, this present life is not salvageable. Like, I can't. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm not like, you know, oh, I can't. No, I got little exercises that I do to keep me encouraged as to, you know, I got projects in the works, but I don't know. It does not seem as though things. I mean, obviously anything could happen at any time, and I've had some very surprising incidents occur, which would indicate to me that, you know, I have, even though it has been a bust so far, that does not mean that that I'm not, that the efforts that I made are like completely useless. So maybe, you know, it's just, you got to understand timing, and you got to be like a real person. You got to be a real boy. You can't, yeah. Anyway, yeah, because I don't want like the shit kicked out of me like as a woman. Like if I reincarnate as a woman. Also, I don't want to reincarnate as a woman and use my feminine. I don't want to be put into a position where I use my femininity to manipulate males or whoever into doing my bidding. At least not without their, you know, understanding that that's what I'm doing. That I'm just, you know, because when I want to make sure that I've put myself through enough moral and ethical exercises so that my character, you know, the character of my soul and spirit is in good shape, so that I don't, you know, buckle. Because I think I've done a lot of good work, at least as far as my character form. But it could all go away if I'm like a female. Like, things could be so easy for me that I would just forget. I'm not saying that things should be difficult, but I want to make sure that the character qualities, those high caliber, high quality character attributes, remain, regardless of if I'm a man or a woman. So, alright. Please continue to, you know, enjoy your life, and while you're enjoying your life, do things that are of overt benefit to me personally, me, Josh Hunter. that is